Alright guys, I just finished up this logging job. It wasn't much. It was 2 semi-loads and 2 loads of pulp. Not a huge job, but it was like a more of a land management job than anything else. I'll show you guys what we all got out on the landing. Take a look. So here's some of the logs that we cut down. These are all going to get scaled out. There was another load right here that they took yesterday morning. Those logs down here, I'll show you. Now these logs are rotten and spalted, but there is a buyer for them. There's a mill in Indiana that only takes spalted. When I mean spalted, let's see if I can show you, not that one so much, but see that rot? They make all trim. That's more rot too. That's rot, center rot, but they make all their trim out of spalted maple. Now it's kind of more of a hassle to set those off to the side, but like I said, instead of just throwing them for firewood, we can get a couple extra bucks out of it. That's all pulp, firewood. There is a big giant cherry in here that was gorgeous. These are red oaks. These ones out here are red oaks. Those ones over there, they're not real pretty, but they're maples. Some sugar maple, some bigger ones, but big hearts in them, so they're not as valuable. These are reds. That's that cherry. Real pretty. Sugar maples. Had a little fibrous pull on it, but that's all right. And more red oaks. Gotta clean this off yet. Heading down one of our main trails that we made. Now I got all these tops. You can see I got them all stacked off to the side. Now when we normally do logging, we do not do that. You leave the tops where the trees lay. Those are some of the mature oaks that we took out of there. Let some of them smaller oaks come through. Now they got room on their tops. That'll cause more sunlight to grow to the forest, woods, the woods floor, which will help regrowth. Now we got these tops all stacked off to the sides, which the homeowner asked for. But normally we leave it all stay there. The reason why I didn't take that big stick, it's only like a 5-footer and it's a big double trunk, so there's no value to it for us. But we leave those tops in the woods floor for a reason. Reason being is that if you take all the tops out, when those deer come and they're foraging through the woods, now when those new shoots stick through, because there's no tops laying on the floor, they will eat all those tops, or they'll eat all those new saplings. So there won't be as much regrowth, if hardly any. But the homeowner wanted this nice and thin up here. Those are some blowing, that just happened yesterday through, we had a windstorm. So, but those deer will come through and eat all those new saplings, and you won't get much regrowth. But like I said, the customer wanted this to be thinner because he's got a deer stand here. Want to be able to see it, so that's what we gave him. And then going down this trail, he dragged it with his tractor, and he's gonna put some clover in down here. Like I said, it wasn't a very big job. It was definitely not a money maker by any means, but we did a big demolition job for him, tore down a couple buildings. I put in this road for him, put that road in for him. This used to be an old junk site back in the day. There's scrap steel and metal everywhere. Now we could have took a lot more of these sugar maples. There's some of these old sugar maples are past their prime by far. I mean, if you look up, like that one's missing half of its top. This one's starting to get rot on the main stick on that left side. So I mean, I told him, I said we should probably take more out, but he was insistent that he wanted to keep a bunch. This was his dad's farm way back in the day, and his uncles, they all owned it, so is what it is. But he dragged all this fairly smooth. We pushed all the brush off to the side. And then he's got a food plot down in here. Like I said, not a big money maker, but he gave us a lot of work in the past, so we buzzed this out for him. I pushed all that off to the side. Now he can put a little clover plot, he was thinking. But anyway, oh, mosquitoes are horrible. But anyways, yeah, this is just a small little logging job. One of the extra things that we do. Customer was really good to us. We did huge, like I said, demolition job. Tore down a building, a couple sheds. So just treated them right, and there's probably only 2 semi-loads of saw logs. We'll give him a little bit, even though there wasn't much to spare for money, but is what it is. So that's all I got for today, guys. Stay safe. One thing I didn't specify too is that those new saplings that shoot through, they will shoot through the tops of the trees that we leave. So even though you see all those tops laying on the floor, there will be new shoots that stick through, that will grow through those tops. So you don't have to feel like, oh, there's the top of the tree laying on the ground, nothing's going to grow underneath it. That's not true. The tops or the new shoots will still go through those tops and grow. I didn't specify that, so some people might be a little nervous or have different judgment on it. But yeah, that's why we leave the tops. It's for new regrowth, even though it seems like there's nothing that's going to grow through it. But you let that decay for a year, and then usually I say after, not the first year, but usually I say after 2 years after logging it, then your woods really thickens up and you really be able to see all the new growth coming through.